Hello, chat. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. No intro song because I am not feeling the greatest. Um, God is looking out for me, really. If you know anything about me, if you're involved in my personal life, uh, literally an hour before the stream starts, I'm hit with this huge wave of fucking nausea, and it I'm in this weird period right after it where it's like it's technically abated, but like you have that feeling afterwards of uh your stomach sort of anticipating more pain, so it's like on high alert kind of sort of deal. So that really bodes well, especially given the fact that I didn't stream last week. I was just not having it last weekend, and I was like, well, instead of being audibly fucking miserable, I'm just gonna take it easy. And that was for a whole multitude of personal reasons. But anyway, I am here. I do have water, so I will keep hydrated because I just lost a significant amount of fluid. We'll put it like that. uh, okay. So, uh, I guess I'll just wait for chat to pop in here. I see Tris. He has not shown up on the stream replay yet, but there's Kebby. Hello, Kebby. And everybody else will be in just a bit. Savannah might be in. She said she's going to be a little bit late to the stream, so I don't know if we'll be able to get her on the audio front. Of course, we continue on with slide 2, and we continue in Canada this episode. But while we wait for everybody to pile in, I always find it nice to sort of start these streams off with a little bit of like, how I spent my summer, but really how I spent the last week. If you follow the journal at all, which is at cami.somnolescent.net/aboveground/journal, you'll know some of this stuff already. Hello, DCB. Very glad that DCB can tune in. Then you'll know some of this already, and if you don't, well, you're in for a treat. Because I've been working on website stuff, and I've really been flexing my coding muscles, which makes it fun to show off on stream. You might remember a couple streams ago when I showed off all the stuff on Bleem, on ProtoWeb, and I did some similar stuff on emachines.net, e-machines.net for ProtoWeb, where you could look up any of the dial-up access numbers that eMachines had for the eMachines network back in the day for the continental U.S. Sadly, I did not capture any of the international numbers, so who knows what the fuck you had to call in order to access the eMachines network if you were in the UK or something. But we got what we got, and I'm quite happy with that. And it's sort of caused a nice pouring out of ideas for how I could use PHP to like improve my own site, because of course, as you guys know, I really enjoy doing site stuff, but for the past 6 years, it really has mostly just been like static HTML. I just write out pages, right? Which is great, and I still really like that. But of course, there's only so much you can do with that, especially when a lot of what you would be moving into if you wanted to make it fancier would be like the visual aspect and the drawings and all that. But sometimes you're thinking about like, well, what can I do as far as functionality goes? So let's go ahead and transition over to PCM. This is a PCEM, PC emulator, whatever, which is not a virtual machine. It's an emulator for IBM compatibles. So that'll let you run stuff on Windows 9X, 3.1, DOS. It'll let you run it a lot easier than you can in a virtual machine, but the experience is still pretty much the same. And this is just a little thing that I had set up to be able to test my sites on properly old school web browsers that I don't have access to on like the eMachines box, which is just an XP machine, or my main iMac, which runs Windows 10, and I would need Wine VDM or something else to be able to run 16-bit apps. This is set up perfectly for that. Um, so I've got a couple things on here. What I won't be showing you much of today because it just does not fucking work correctly is NCSA Mosaic, which is really the first big web browser. This is the thing that kind of codified what a web browser experience should be. But unfortunately, it doesn't like my site for whatever reason. I can show you. Let me just make sure that I don't have a proxy set because I was using this for proto-web stuff. Okay, I do not. Just go ahead and show you. If I type in with my lovely, extremely loud keyboard that everyone thinks I'm just brutalizing, I really am typing at a normal volume. It's just a very loud keyboard. But anyway. Wait, hold on. File does not exist. Oh, is it having that issue now? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Oh. 2005. There we go. Boom. This is the Mosaic experience with my websites for whatever reason. Mosaic just fucking constantly crashes with page faults. I have no clue why. This is from 1997, I think. This was when the last version of Mosaic for Windows came out. I don't know why. It just does not like anything I throw at it. The weird thing is Netscape 3.0, which we're going to be using in just a moment, that works correctly. And that was from a year earlier, so I'm assuming it's just because the Mosaic code base is so unbelievably old. The first version of Mosaic came out in 1993, so that's probably why it crashes so often. But the weird part is it actually crashes multiple times, that's why I had to click that twice. If I reopen it and go to ProtoWeb, and this surprised the hell out of both me and Oliver, who is the main guy behind ProtoWeb, Mosaic is not certified to work with ProtoWeb, and yet if I go to the proxy options and I set a proxy, so way back protoweb.org, I think it was 7856 was the port number. Let's try it. I don't know. I'll check if it doesn't work in just a moment. I prepare well. It is. Wow. Okay. My unbelievable memory has made it so we are straight into what I actually wanted to show you. I just casually remembered my own IP address and the port number for the ProtoWeb proxy. I can't normally remember those things, and I just casually remembered them on stream. It's the food poisoning. I think the food poisoning is why I now suddenly have superhuman memory for random fucking numbers. But anyway, it works. It works just fine, and it uses tables, and it uses a whole bunch of graphics. I can go to the full website index, and it's gonna take a moment to load, but everything's here. It works perfectly fine. And again, like I said, ProtoWeb is not certified to work with Mosaic as far as I know. They recommend that you really use Netscape 3 or IE4 to use ProtoWeb. It works fine on Mosaic. Yeah, I have a phenomenal memory for certain things and a very, very bad memory for other things. That's why usually when Kebby is like, "Don't you remember that?" I'm like, if you say it happened, I believe you that it happened. But anyway, yeah, it all works, and I can actually let's see if I can do this. Hold on, if this works, I don't know what to say. Okay, that's exactly what I expected. Well, that's not what I expected, but I kind of expected it to work. This site is not meant to work with Mosaic at all, and Mosaic was very, very archaic even for the mid to late 90s. The last version of Mosaic, like I said, for Windows came out in 1997, and by that point it was a fucking old. It had full support for HTML 3.2. But anything that was using CSS, I don't think it has any CSS support whatsoever. That sort of thing. Certainly no JavaScript support. That's why it just dumps. This is a fun fact about old web browsers. They used to have you, if you had in the header scripting, like JavaScript, they specifically told you to couch it in an HTML comment, so that way older user agents like Mosaic wouldn't render it as part of the actual page. So that's how old and backwards Mosaic actually is. That it actually, this is not visible stuff on the page. This is in the head of the page, and it's being rendered because it's just like, I don't know what the fuck this is. This isn't part of the head. I guess they meant to show that in the page, so here it is on the page. So yeah, but it's not crashing for whatever reason with ProtoWeb, which makes me think it's a problem with modern versions of Apache, because my home server uses Apache. It uses WAMP server on Windows, and I'm guessing that modern versions of Apache, for whatever reason, they just screw up Mosaic. But ProtoWeb does not use Apache. It uses a custom written HTTP server, and it works just fine. So that's my only guess. Back in the days of NCSA Mosaic, Apache was not the most commonly used web server. It was actually, I think it was NCSA HTTPD, which means HTTP daemon, because, if you don't know anything about Linux, if you have, I'm sure there's a technical term for it, but, to be slightly inaccurate, it just means like server, basically. A daemon is I think it runs a service. I think that's the definition. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm still not feeling great. Let's get to what I actually wanted to show you, though, because we are already fucking 10 minutes into the stream, which is the website that I've been working on. So here's Netscape 3.0, which is very, very, very nice. This is sort of like the golden era of Netscape Navigator before 4.0 came out, and it was just like bloated to shit. And then, of course, Netscape 6 was rebased on the newfound NG layout code, aka Gecko, aka Firefox. But 3.0 was still decently speedy. It had a bunch of nice features. It was really making strides with the JavaScript stuff, because Netscape was the one that invented JavaScript. But if I go to... I might have typed lo-fi earlier. No, wait, no, I did not. Excuse me, sorry. That's a mistake that I've been making all weekend. And I'll explain what I'm doing in just a moment. There we go. Netscape works perfectly fine with my site. For whatever reason, it's something to do with the virtual server. When we saw that DreamHost site not found thing, it has something to do with the virtual server set up on DreamHost. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. And it's a thing that is above the browser, I think. Like XP Unpatched, for example, will do it. You would need a newer browser to be able to browse sites with that particular setup. I don't really know what the issue is. It feels like that should be something that happens like on their end to send the page correctly, but it doesn't work. But Netscape 3.0 handles it like a champ. Anyway, so you might notice, because you guys know that I have Maritota.net. That's always been my classic site. But you can have as many subdomains of subdomains as you want, I think. I think it all works just the same, basically. So I realized, because when I was working on Mary v4, which is going to be the next version of Maritota.net, I was like, well, I want it to work everywhere. I want every browser, except for Mosaic, to have a seat at the table. And so I realized that rather than trying to juggle these different, ways of building a website and effectively having to make it for the lowest common denominator, because you're not going to get stuff that supports CSS, you're not going to get stuff that supports JavaScript, that sort of deal. I would just have 3 different websites, and instead of coming up with like a pithy pun on Merita or whatever, I realized I could have no-fi, lo-fi, and hi-fi. So no-fi is obviously no-fi.maritota.net. Lo-fi is lo-fi.maritota.net, and then the hi-fi one is just the normal website. And each of these are going to be built completely differently. They're going to have the same content on them, but they're going to be built differently, and they're going to support different standards. So like you can see in the text, this is meant for 800 by 600. It doesn't use CSS. Everything is meant to work on mid-90s browsers. It might even work on older browsers, even if you just don't have like all the functionality or whatever. But this isn't the exciting part. The exciting part is, like I said earlier, I've been playing with PHP. So if you go to, for example, my essays page for all of the stuff that I've written, it just looks like a normal page. But internally, this is actually reading off of a CSV file. So comma separated values, which is effectively a way to store data just in a text file. Think of a spreadsheet, but you do it in Notepad, basically. But it's reading a CSV for each of my essays and then putting them into nice tables. And not just nice tables, it's also giving them headers. And, this is a very basic example of what PHP can do. The reason why I wouldn't just make this, static HTML is because it just doesn't, if I have 3 sites to maintain, I'm going to want to edit one file and then have it appear on all 3 sites. So that's the benefit to that. But, what about something like, for example, my music reviews, which was a thing on my old NeoCity sites, and now it's a thing on Marriott-Macintosh.garden, which I'll be sunsetting because I'm now working on the proper domain again. This is all the same thing, except this is actually reading off of a SQL server, because if you have DreamHost shared, you not only get PHP, but you also get MySQL. And SQL is, very commonly used database software. So what I'm actually doing on this page, this is great, is if you're just like, it sends a query. So it actually goes to a separate server and has a SQL query. And if it's just listing out the albums like this, it sends a hard-coded one. But if you have, what's the term? Not attributes. I don't know. The question mark things in the URL. Say you do artist Autolux. Well, now it's going to get all of the reviews for Autolux because it is actually internally building, and this took me, this was like 90% of my brain power sort of shit, building a SQL query from little component parts, and then once that string was built, sends it to the server, and then displays the data that it gets. And you could go ham with this. So you can search for artist, you can search for year. So if I want to see, like, what 2004 is the year that I've been showing most often. So like all of the albums from 2004 that I reviewed, boom, right there. Say I want to check which albums I've given certain ratings to. I can do rating good, and it's going to take a little bit to load because I've given a lot of goods, but there's all the albums that I've given good ratings to, kind of sort of deal. And I could do multiple. So for example, let's combine that Autolux one and year 2004. Now, of course, obviously this is only going to return one album, but it's going to, like I said, it takes a moment to pop in. Did I malform that? I might have. Okay, so that doesn't quite work. That's fine. I still have to test this, but I could also do that and get that instead. But the idea is that whatever you put into it, if it can return anything at all, it's going to return it. Actually, no, that's really weird. That should have... Hold on. I definitely... Because it should be saying... I'm not sure. I fucked up somewhere. But that's the idea of it, at least. And like I said, this is, if I want to put in new reviews and I want them to be represented all across all 3 sites, I just put it into one database, and that's all it takes. And then, of course, today I've also been bringing some of my stories back. So this is what I've been working on. If you remember at all reading stories on my old website, this is going to be very much the same idea, except that now it's you've got 3 different options as far as how you want to read them. So you've got the fancy modern version, which is going to be super responsive and works on your phone and works everywhere. The lo-fi one, which is like a table layout, and it's meant more for like browsers that you know use HTML4, and you get some shiny nice things in CSS, but it's still pretty static and cut down. And then the no-fi version, which is just it's just like this. It works really nice on Windows 9X, and it reads really nice. And of course, you can use newer or older pages on newer devices, but obviously it's going to make less and less sense, because if you can see the newer sites, and why not use them? But of course, you get Cabby's nice art with it as well. These are very, very small. That's another reason why I wanted to have the no-fi versus the lo-fi version, because I can tailor the assets specifically to different versions of the site. So for example, these are GIFs, and they're very, very small, so that way they display nice on this size screen. But like the lo-fi one, 1024 by 768, which means it can be a little bit bigger. And then of course I can do adaptive resizing and sort of the max width scaling thing on a newer browser with the main website. And of course, I missed the blue background and having the dialogue be different colors. That's one of my favorite readability tweaks that I did for any of for my stories back in the day, was I had the color coded dialogue, so that way it's a little bit easier to follow who's saying what, and also it makes it look nicer. It kind of breaks up the endless sea of white text, because I know that people's eyes fucking glaze over when they're met with anything longer than a sentence. But hey, what can you do? So obviously this is technically up right now. I'm not linking it out anywhere because stuff is not quite finished. This stuff doesn't exist yet. These two don't exist yet. Oh, changelog is another thing that's reading from a CSV, so that way I can just update one file and it's all across all three sites, so it'll make that a whole lot more efficient. I'm just trying to look for ways to make it easier on myself, basically. I know that I've been rambling about this for now like 15 minutes. I'm almost to the game, I promise. I'm looking for ways to make it easier on myself after, because one site is hard enough to maintain. Now I'm thinking of doing 3. And it really excites me, the idea of being able to have my site and you can view it anywhere. But it takes a lot more effort, and I want to minimize that effort. So a lot of this is just stuff that I moved over from Mary at Macintosh.garden, or sorry, home.macintosh.garden / Marito. Mary at Macintosh.garden is what I normally call it. Anyway, so, but if it works on Netscape 3, it's going to work anywhere. So I'm just very, very happy. And that's another reason why I wanted to show it specifically in this, because this is 256 colors, so you get that nice dither all over everything. Yeah, I have been enjoying it. And so now we can get into the game. I will unhide the video capture device and put up the game. We'll get the chat on my phone. How are you guys doing? I completely forgot to ask. How has your Sunday been? I'm very curious to see if anybody else will join us. I can pull up the stream. Prologue programming. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Stream is going yeehaw. Yes, it is. Okay. Pull up chat. Get everything moved over to my TV. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do my streams standing up, so that's really exciting. I'm very glad you're doing well, Kebby. And here's hoping that Savannah can join us, because it was a lot of fun having someone to bounce off of last time. DCB just got back from his trip. That's good. How was the trip? exciting, exciting. Okay. Oh, let me make sure. Let me turn down the. Oh, okay. I remember how this was set up the last time. Yeah, because I wanted to move the mic a little bit from the TV so that way you don't have. I can still at least sort of hear the game, but you don't end up hearing it twice. Hopefully that does it. Hopefully. Pop up live chat. I'm going to have to bring over a free MC boot card for you next time, Kevy. Next time I visit Wales. Because it'll work on pretty much anything other than the latest Slims. And it gives you access to like burned games and like homebrew and all that good stuff. So it's nice to have. And literally the way it works is you just have it in the second memory card slot. And it reads a bullshit update for the DVD player. And then gives you access to all the homebrew. It's pretty ingenious. I know you probably don't, immediately have the most use in the world for it, but you got to play more games anyway, so it's a little bit more motivation. Alrighty. This game, it's funny because it's not that long, but it really is like so many different episodes. I'm like, wow, we played through a whole lot of this game. This might be the longest running like live stream series I've had so far with this game. Game time, game time.
Things just weren't right up in Canada. Random acts of violence were popping up like weeds, and the Northern Lights, well, they just weren't right. One night they'd be brighter than ever, and the next, gone. In Nunavut Bay, I overheard talk between Jean Besson and his mysterious partner, Arpeggio. Somehow advertised Jean Besson's presence and that he was in possession of the clockwork talons. The Thieves Raccoonus makes numerous references to talons like clear a forest and colors wielding the artifice. Those talons have to go. Do away with clockwork and save the environment from his twisted sense of progress. The world just doesn't need to make space for another strip mall.
Alright, I'm unmuted. That sucked. So, I was literally just walking around my room and somehow managed to, like, slightly move. Because, like I said, the receptacle is so loose. And the adapter that I use, which is my travel adapter, to power the adapter and also the capture device, sorry, the HDMI splitter for the capture device, slightly moved out of the outlet, which means no more fucking thingy for you guys. Phenomenal. Let's see if I have any loot to sell. I do. Oh, that's actually pretty useful. I am going to buy that. Everything is very expensive now. Ooh, thief reflexes. I remember this being really fun. Shit. Now I want to buy that. Damn it. I love that Sly, by the way. He said, what does he say, like arpeggio or something like that. He tries to make it a little bit French, and then you get Bentley, that took me a moment, who just goes arpeggio. Like that's phenomenal, which is how I say it. So that makes sense.
True, but first things first. This lumber camp isn't on any of my maps. I need you to poke around and take some recon photos. They'll help to get my sensors oriented.
No problem. Recon photos, I got covered.
In anticipation of the icy climate, I took the liberty of modifying your cave. It can now separate into two smaller caves. Useful for ice.
See, that to me feels like it would be like sacrilege. Like, I mean, the Cooper cane is like the iconic thing, and now it can split into two small. I don't know. I just feel like that would be something Sly would be against. Very useful though. Don't get me wrong. One thing that's quite fun is I mentioned in an earlier stream how you have those birds, or sorry, you have whatever the recent hazard that gets added to the previous level, it sticks around in later levels. So for example, the utility vehicles driving around were the upgraded versions of the tanks from Prague. Well, now, because at the tallest peaks of Canada in the last episode, there were the birds that would swipe you. Now they just happen to be everywhere. Anyway, I'm going to really be pickpocketing people this episode because I would like to buy the thief reflexes because they're fun to play with. Honestly, you just walk back into the safe house and they forget all about you. What's funny is that actually does render the game world back behind you, so I think you can even coax a guard into appearing in the safe house camera, which is fun. And the guards never notice the birds, which is interesting. There we go, a nice large gold bar. Perfect. Oops, see you later. But yeah, so the birds might get annoying. Also, there's just actual fucking bears just walking around. So what it kind of reminds me of is Postal 2. The way that as you progress through the game, because Postal 2 takes place, the original at least, takes place over 5 days. Those 5 days, you progressively have more and more people that fucking hate you. Come on, Sly, you can't angle your cane downwards. And more people, and when they hate you, they will quite literally just start trying to shoot you on sight. So as a result, you come across more and more, effectively people hazards that you have to navigate. And there's actually, what's funny is that there's a difficulty level actually called They Hate Me, where everyone does that from the start. And then there's, because there's like 10 fucking difficulty, not 10, more like 20 difficulty levels in Postal 2. And those will all, like, increase the amount of people who hold guns, the amount of people who hate you. And then Postal difficulty, I think, just outright kills any, health packs. That's what it does. It doesn't let I remember, it doesn't have the overcharge effect from crack pipes. Postal 2 was a great game, dude. I should play that again. I streamed it one time, actually. I streamed the enhanced mode where you could fly around on the shovel. Yeah, no, Postal, I streamed it one time. It was fun. I still really like that game. Alright, this is delicate business. Thank you. But with such a granular level of difficulty in Postal, you can really customize the game for how much irritation you want to deal with. So there's I think they call it Lieber mode, which is really funny because we had a senator named Joseph Lieberman who was one of the premier video game violence is causing violence in children kind of people next to Hillary Clinton. And so Lieber mode, I think, removes all guns from the game, and it means you can only have shovels and things, which is funny. And then on the other side, there's Heston World difficulty, where literally everyone is armed, which feels very accurate for Arizona. But they don't immediately hate you alongside it. And then Postal difficulty is like both. Everyone has guns and everyone will try to fucking murder you on sight. So if you want to make it through the A Week in Paradise achievement on Steam, damn it. If you want to make it through that, what you'll want to do is you go to the police station. You got to fight your way to the police station every day. And just run in. And right at the end of the police station, there is like the locker room, and the locker room has a spare police outfit. And you can actually wear the police outfit, and people will make comments on you being a cop, which is pretty cool. But there's an oversight in Postal difficulty where it cancels out the "they hate you" part. They'll still try to kill you if you bump into them, but like if you don't, they'll just leave you alone. So effectively, it means that as long as you take a pacifist kind of like approach, it makes the game a lot less difficult. Of course, then you still have to contend with the Apocalypse Weekend part of it, which is more difficult. But I was still able to because it's not like the original Postal. It's more kind of linear. But I still found ways to cheese it, so that was cool. Man, that guy had some nice coinage in his pocket. I appreciate that. All right, let's sell some stuff off and see where we're at. Cause trust me, that upgrade is totally worth it. Whoops. The Thief Reflexes one, it's quite literally just fucking bullet time for Sly Cooper. Alright, so I still need another, 500? Yeah, so another 500 coins in order to buy that upgrade. That's cool. I mean, the guards are paying off really nicely today. This is another fun thing. This was actually in the last one, but in the last episode. But boing. Boing. Nice little hooks that you can like throw yourself up, which is pretty fun. Hardcore parkour, that's right. Sly Cooper, no one knows hardcore parkour better than him. I know why, for a gameplay reason, there would be, like, guys on the rooftops, but it is amusing because it's like, they're not even, like, at guard posts. They're just kind of wandering around the rooftop, and it's like, how did you get up here? Whoops. I'm just looking for glowy pockets, don't mind me. He doesn't have a glowy pocket, but coins are still appreciated. Whew. Woo-hoo. You know, I'm suddenly reminded, right? Hold on. Here we go. He's taken care of. I'm suddenly reminded of this feeling that I get. Because if you don't know, I live in northeast Pennsylvania. And specifically in the Poconos, which is, you know, a big mountainous region and pretty touristy. The Poconos, we're best known as, like, like a sort of casino and resort area for a long time, and that's kind of still what it's known for. I mean, we have Camelback, we have Great Wolf. Great Wolf does fucking great. Shawnee? Is Shawnee the name of something? I'm telling you, I'm not here at the moment. But anyway, where this comes into play with Sly is there's this feeling that I got just as I was sitting on this ice bank, right? Which is like this feeling of being right at the end of the world. And it's a feeling, it's not quite the same. Great Wolf absolutely does great. Yes, it is perhaps the greatest wolf, some would argue. But anyway, but there's this feeling that I got, and I got it on my walk, and I think it's because we, you know, it's a very mountainous region, that there's a lot of like extreme hills, and there's hills that you can't see over, and then there's a lot of valleys, and you can like see through the valley to a very distant hill, kind of sort of deal. You get this feeling a lot when you're on like Big Pocono, for example, which is a state park, which is at the top of a mountain. Great. It's this feeling of being at the end of the world, and it feels a lot like. Obviously, this is Canada, so it's different. It is not snowy out right now, but same sort of deal, right? Of just like there's a defined end to things, and there isn't, obviously, in the world. I've always thought about it like, oh, you know, what's past those woods? Because especially when you're a kid, woods feel like woods that you don't go through. I mean, they feel like walls, really, if you think about it. They feel like walls. And you always feel like, oh, well, what could be past there? And eventually, if you were to walk through those woods, you would see something. You would hit something, you know? But with all the hills and stuff, you just sort of, like, look out into a hill, and you're like, wow, there's... In your mind, even though you know there's something past there, there's a hill on the other side, you still sort of feel like, wow, that is the end of the world right there. And that is sort of the feeling that I was getting here, where I'm like, those mountains, you know, that little patch of snow right there, you know, that's it. There's no going past that. And then those mountains are like the Farlands or something. It's just me bullshit philosophizing, I suppose. But yeah, something I was thinking about. Alright, so we still need 2 more coins. 200 more. I suppose maybe I should explore a little bit more. I haven't really covered most of the stage yet. I'll start the missions in a bit. Honestly, I'm just kind of playing around because there's really not that much of it left. Whoops. Oh god. Sorry, I just heard someone on IRC. I might pop and see who that was. Might have been someone leaving. It's that fucking Blade Zero guy. Dude, why does he... It must be like an automated tool that just joins channels for him. And it works sometimes and doesn't on others. Whoops. Because he'll just join and then immediately leave. And I think he uses IRC Cloud, so that kind of makes sense. But, yeah, no, he'll just show up and then completely disappear from the channel in like 5 minutes. And it's like, are you just not using IRC? Are you just... I gotta clear this out. Hold on. He's a duck. He can't swim? Nobody can swim in this game. Well, sorry, they lost me. Oh god. I should have committed to that. Booby trap loot. Let's go. This is absolutely gonna blow up on my back. That's okay though. Oh no, maybe I'll make it. I wasn't about to make that jump. Bam. Oh yeah, now we got the money for it. Let's do this. Yes, absolutely. Alright, so now, what buttons do I not have assigned? R2. Yes. So, watch and learn. You quite literally, you just hold R, fucking bullet time. And you could be so cool about it, too. Hold on. Let me get back up to a spot. Actually, perfect example. Whoa. See you later. Ow. Like, it's so... I'm sure it has a gameplay purpose, but I just remember fucking with that, because that was... He's out. You gotta drink coffee instead. That's the... Which is funny, because coffee actually dehydrates you. Which is another great reason not to fucking drink coffee. Alright, let's stop screwing around and actually, like... get to... Oops. Actually get to a mission. Whoa! Nope. I didn't hit that bottle. That's okay. But yeah, he's right. You just sort of clink, 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 clink. It's pretty cool. Let's take some recon photos, friends. Oh, there's that bottle. Damn it. He's like an ant crawling up the wall of my fucking sink. Okay. So it wants me to get pictures of a couple different things. I know I'm about to walk into this guy's line of sight. That's okay though. Bear.
This place is bear country, all right. Interesting. He's putting out a slight radio signature.
Interesting. So he has wiretapped the radio bears. Or radio tapped the bear bears? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be. I'm sorry. Is that a fucking mammoth? Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Dude, you were just shitting a moment ago. Chill. Yeah, that's a mammoth, alright. I like that they seem to have put like a decent amount of detail into this model, and it's just there to be frozen forever. What's his face from Ice Age? I couldn't tell you. The only Ice Age person I know is Sid? The science kid? Go down already, motherfucker. There we go. I'm a more worthy adversary than you. Give up now, swine. There we go. Okay. What was I supposed to take a picture of next? I'm assuming the saw blades. Ooh, glowy pocket. I love McDonald's toys because they're a thing that you just got, and as a result, there's, I'm sure, plenty of experiences with media that children of our age have had that just involve McDonald's toys. They don't actually involve the thing that they're based off of. It's sort of like the fact that I only remember Neopets back in the day from the Nickelodeon commercials. It's funny because people call that the golden age of Neopets. Now, I could have experienced it. I had not yet discovered my love for animal people, unfortunately. At least 2 of the girl squirrel from the sequel. Your guess is as good as mine. Alright. Okay, so I can't get it from that shot. Perhaps I can do this. And yeah, I think I have a feeling this stream is going to go a little bit longer, just so that way, you know, I guess it's not too big a deal because I certainly have a bit of time to make up for. There we go. Perfect. The dog. God, I feel like I remember the dog. That reminds me. As I drop my controller. Now it's all tangled up in the wires. That's great. Anyway, that reminds me. When I was in Wales, Kebby and I were laying in bed the one night, and God, do you remember what we got on the topic about as far as Cube World? Maybe you saw it like on a website or something, or I saw it. But then they were like, oh, I remember having this, like, I think it was like a girl version of it, and I wound up rediscovering the name for you or something like that. I don't remember what brought this discussion on, but I just remember us having a 3 a.m. discussion about Cube World, and it was quite good. It was very, very good, actually. I figured you'd see me. That's okay, I'll just knock you off the roof and kill you. Whoa. That was close. Those things, by the way, will actually kill you in one hit. They're pretty fucking ruthless like that. Yeah, I can just take that picture. Cool. Pixel checks. That was it. Pixel checks. He wants me to head for a hideout? There it is. I've actually got a decent amount of the bottles this time. 2000s toy advertisements and Pixel Chicks came up. Yup. Or Cube World came up, and it reminded me of Pixel Chicks. Yeah, that was a good time. You know, have we ever thought about maybe having me move to Wales permanently? I think that would be a really good time. I think that would actually be phenomenal for both of us, really. fuck do I get to the hideout? I see. Very cool. There we go. Is there real poo in the loo? Imagine Sly gets back with the recon photos and it's just 30 photos of fucking outhouses or something. That'd be a good bit. Bentley would be so pissed. Dun, 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 dun. Bentley would be so disappointed. He was like, "What the fuck do I pay you for?" I was like, "You don't pay me anything." Wow, okay, so that's, you gotta... Bad framing, pointed object. Boom. First try.
That's the battery charger, but where's the battery arpeggios coming to pick up?
He has the front door barricaded with a tiny little fucking chair.
Might as well get a shot of old Jean Bisson.
Take beauty shots of him.
Oh, Sly, listen in. He's mumbling to himself.
Come on, John. You got it in you. Those lumberjack games need some more competition, eh? What would attract the returns? I'll poke the clockwork talons as a trophy. That should bring competition. Oh, who might have kidded me? I'm gonna win just like every other year. Oh, it's tough being this tough. It sure is, yeah.
Head back to the safe house. We need to talk about these lumberjack games.
Wow, don't even have to steal anything this time. We're just gonna win him in a game.
Well, guys, Jean Bisson has unknowingly thrown.
I actually talk out loud to myself,
With
so.
the clockwork talons as a trophy, we'd be fools not participating in his lumberjack games. Fortunately, due to frequent avalanches, log chopping was frozen in a wall of ice not far from our position. Sly, you're in charge of acquiring the book. I'm sure it will prove invaluable. Now we're all having to pick up another battery. To stay forward without incident, I recommend pulling a Trojan horse and stow away inside the battery. However, the location of the device is a mystery. We need to inside information. So, working together, you two infiltrate the Moose Guard's secret RC combat club. Those guys all work in the lighthouse. If you win the battle, I'm sure they'll talk. Despite his antique mind, Jean Bisson's no fool. To keep tabs on him, we'll need to bug his house, steal the radio tags off local bears, and then jerry-rig them into a sensor array. It's a challenging set of tasks, and that blimp's on its way. Let's get to work.
Alrighty. Sounds very, very exciting. We're gonna be swiping radio tags off of bears. Cool. Alright. Let's do some more Sly missions first. Because Sly gets to use this awesome slow motion. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Like I said, I'm sure there's an actual use for it in-game, but I just like jerking it off. Bentley has the weirdest photo, but here's the thing. After the giant death robot disguised as a water tower, I believe him. I believe him. Ha, bears can't jump. Go get fucked. Yeah. Damn. Damn! The bear is still after me? Okay, whatever. Fuck you. Jesus, he runs fast. I know how to lose him. Hold on. And apparently I do not. Hide in the barrel. That'll fix it. There we go. Bears can't run on ropes. Problem solved. I have an IQ of 240. Here's my number. Bears are too heavy to fit on ropes. I'm glad that I could impart this knowledge on you. It's important. I've completely forgotten where I'm supposed to go. Jesus. I can never resist the call of the shiny pocket. Oh, wow. Oops, sorry. See you later. I'm just gonna go play with the mammoth if you don't mind. Dude, broke into the fucking outhouse again. Alright. There we are. Here's where we go. Yep, boom.
Sly, I've detected what appears to be an ancient guide to log chopping that might be useful for the lumberjack games. Unfortunately, it's frozen in the ice wall.
How are we supposed to get to it? Wait, more global warming?
That industrial laser is used to cut through petrified logs. If it can be
Ancient
found
guide
out
to
that
log
window,
chopping. Listen, it's arcane knowledge.
I should
How to
be able to
put a
harness
blade
energy
through
to melt the
wood.
ice wall and free the bug.
How do I redirect that thing?
There should be a switch on the other side of this wall. Throw it and then head outside.
He wants me to throw the switch, but actually you have to go through a gigantic death gauntlet first. This feels a lot like the first game, really. Like when we were going through Sir Raleigh's hideout, for example. Hey! I didn't even touch it! Bastard. Fucking cheating video game. I'm gonna fuck its dad. Camera, please. There's the vault for the level. Yeah, I'm getting... Actually, I'm also getting real big Panda King vibes from this, too.
Make sure you keep a steady watch. The prowler's been spotted. We cannot afford to have anything happen to our log-cutting equipment. Particularly
Oh my god, these fucking things. I don't know how he manages to run on them even when they're stationary. Like, babe, that shit's gonna slice your feet open. What's What's wrong with you?
You still enjoy something. I mean, how many people
Is your video game's dad an older game or one of the people who helped make it? Yes.
don't ever forget that?
Whatever I can stick my dick into easier.
You've done it! The laser's been redirected out the window.
Can I burn myself on the laser? Yes! Alright, just needed to check.
Now to get that laser at the ice wall, you'll need to alter its direction with the crystals I put in your pouch.
I see. I just walk to where the laser stops, place a crystal, and it'll bounce the beam to a new position. That log chopping book is as good as ours.
I mean, you would think that they would have to, like, position the crystal in the right way. I was trying to knock him into the saw blades, but this isn't Mad World, so that's another game I haven't. I haven't played it. Fuck! How long ago did I get that game, Mad World, and I've just never played it? Damn. All right, no crystal needed. Hey, that sucked. Thankfully, Sly always lands on his feet. He's like a cat, but he's a raccoon. I just gotta retrace my steps. Okay, come on. Land it, Sly, thank you. Do I just walk far enough out and then it... no, okay. That was just that first time. There it is. I don't know how that duck didn't see me. He just must be, like, nearsighted or something. I do like that the hot laser is yet not melting the snow. That's pretty funny. I do like that the controller vibrates when even, like, the bear attacks other enemies as opposed to me. Like, I'm not the one getting hit here, game, but I appreciate the thought nonetheless. Okay, now where are we at? This reminds me, for retro achievements, which I'm going for again, by the way. I've started The Adventures of Tom Sawyer because it was a short set. That's the NES game, Tom Sawyer. But I had previously beaten SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom for retro achievements, which people had their issues with that set, but they have issues with fucking everything on that site. People are like, it's a really boring standard completion set. It's like, okay. Literally, the game has fucking spatulas, which are already like the perfect hook for achievements. So yeah, I mean, it's no big surprise. But anyway, and I want to say it's the second level, but it's Goo Lagoon. There was a mission that I found absolutely bonkers, weird, and kind of impossible as a kid. Mostly just because I wasn't actually paying attention. I really didn't actually try to beat it or anything. That time I went for that set was the first time that I had actually tried to like bother with where's that laser going? Up there. With retro achievements, with Battle for Bikini Bottom. But anyway, there's a mission that's exactly like this, and it's called I think it's called like Redirect the Towers or something. And basically there's like these weird like mirror stations. And these mirror stations are like casting the sun's, crazy beams in different directions, and you have to redirect it to like set a robot on fire. Because of course, if you've never played Battle for Bikini Bottom, the whole point is that Plankton has set all of these robots crazy across Bikini Bottom. Whoops. And as a result, you have to go and clean up the mess. But the bit in Goo Lagoon, there's a robot I think he's stolen everyone's sunscreen. I think that's what they say. And you have to go and literally redirect the sun's beams across the entirety of the level to melt his stupid fucking robot flesh and explode him. And that's what this reminds me of. Except that was a whole lot more linear. It was mostly confusing because each of the redirection towers are like 2 buttons. And I was like, well, why don't the buttons work sometimes? Battle for Bikini Bottom is pretty great. I had a lot of fun playing it. And I had a lot of fun beating it, finally. Because I had gotten pretty far in the game. I'd gotten pretty far in it as a kid. Obviously, I didn't have to worry about 100%ing it like I did for retro achievements, but I got pretty far. I think I got as far as SpongeBob's Dream. And what's funny also is, you know how your memory from when you were a kid is fucking garbage? There are parts of Battle for Bikini Bottom where I was like, what the fuck? How did I beat this as a kid? And I don't know if it was like I did something special or someone else did it for me. I didn't really get it with Battle for Bikini Bottom. I got it with the damageless ones, which kind of defeats the entire purpose of me saying that. But whatever, fuck it. I told you I'm not on my A game tonight. Anyway, but the damageless ones are like ridiculous, especially damageless Patrick, because you have as you could tell, I have no idea how to get up there. I think I would go... I don't know. But anyway. Because there's three bosses in the game. There's Robot Sandy, Robot Patrick. Robot Sandy is in the Poseidome. Robot Patrick is in the Industrial Park. And then you get Robot SpongeBob, where you have to go inside the robot's brain. And that's the last boss in the game. And doing the damageless one of Patrick was fucking brutal, dude. It wasn't like the hardest thing in the world, don't get me wrong. I've definitely done harder achievements, but it was unforgiving. And I mean, there's always little ones in that vein in sets. Even in the Tom Sawyer one that I'm doing right now, there's one where you, because there's a timer in the game. I guess they intended for the levels to be speed run a little bit, but there's a timer, and there's achievements for beating the levels in a specific time, and the time limit for the first stage, which is the pirate ship, is 100 seconds. So you get 1:40 to beat an entire stage, which doesn't sound like the worst thing ever. But I was having a fucking time of it last night. Seriously, I'm just trying to figure out how to get to that. I guess I could get to it from on top of the sawmill. I don't know how you get into the sawmill. Sorry, I think that's the sawmill. Wait, what is this? What is this building? John Bassan's house. Ooh. My brain is going crazy. Yeah, I just gotta figure out how to get up there. Of course. Graveyard level. Graveyard level. Oh! Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. Yep. Yeah, I remember that one being kind of funky too. I managed it after a bit though. Come the fuck on. Time it. Thank God. I was like, there's no way they would model spikes onto this if I couldn't spire jump onto them, right? Right. Thank you. Here we are. Now I can get up here. Yeah, so the Flying Dutchman Graveyard, that's definitely, like, I think maybe my least favorite level in the game. There's a couple that I'm not, like, super, super fond of, mostly because I associate them with the shit show that I had as a kid. Obviously, now I've beaten it, so it's perfectly fine. Flying Dutchman's Graveyard is definitely one of the ones where I'm like, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. And most of the pathways through the level are, over there. Okay, over there. Most of the pathways through the level are covered in goo. So as a result, it's a little difficult to, like, traverse. It's a little difficult to, like, move around, man. I need to be free. There we go. Ooh. That's it. That's the gravy. Boom. Melt that fucking mammoth and give us the book, please.
I've never seen such a majestic creature. So full of life, so ready to live. So much for that. He's back in the deep freeze.
Log chopping guide.
Cheer up, pal. We got the log chopping guide.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let's go on to another mission. Sly says it's good to read. I didn't quite catch that, unfortunately, because my volume is so low. There's definitely perks to my new setup, but there's also drawbacks. I bet. Actually, I could... I don't want to. I could use headphones. That would make it kind of tricky if I ever wanted to get someone else on a stream. Because I would have to have one ear in to hear the game and then one ear to hear my stereo.
We should be able to set up a receiver array around Jean Bisson's house.
I'm always up for bugging someone's home.
First step is crawling into that
I'm always up for
barricade
bugging
and
someone.
stealing the goods.
I'm on it.
So what the hell does it want me to do? Obviously steal some tags off bears, but like, I'm looking for waypoints. Oh, you crawl in here. Why did they tag their mouths?
Pickpocket it while they're yawning.
Sounds safe.
Stay clear of the thin cracks.
What the fuck? Couldn't they just tag their asses like in real life?
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so don't walk on the ice. And for that matter, how did they? These bears are so dangerous, they fuck up anything that goes near them, and yet they somehow managed to get radio transmitters in their mouths? John Basson is one crazy motherfucker. Speaking of Goo Lagoon, this feels like climbing around the caves in Goo Lagoon. For the bears, it's just like a Jolly Rancher. It's just a nice thing to suck on. Whoo! Hardcore parkour. Where's this last bear? Oh, I was scared for a moment. I was like, is that a shadow or is that ice? I got that one. I got that one. It's that boy right there. How the fuck am I supposed to get over there? I can climb. You can spire jump. There's a patch of ice. Okay. Yep, that's the way. I'm just following the path of the ice. Honestly, I have no clue where I'm gonna land. Not a clue. That's fine. Hello, bear. Thank you.
Only you could have pulled that off. Head outside and I'll fill you in on the next step.
This feels very PS2 gamey, this climbing bit with the mechanic. Just because I don't feel like it would be a thing that you would see in like a PS3 or 360 game. I know that Sly 2 was on the 360 technically, or sorry, the PS3 technically. That'd be crazy if it was on the fucking 360. Do not touch the bear. But also that's the kind of thing that like you wouldn't really see in a PS1 game. It just is too like fancy. I'm telling you, they just don't make games like they did for the PS1 and PS2 anymore. They just don't.
Form a receiver array to place the radio transmitters in precise locations around Jean Bisson's base of operations.
Seems easy enough.
See,
Once
yeah,
you're in
I guess.
position, hit the circle button to place the transmitter.
He doesn't even need to know what the position is. It's just like, hey, once you find the position, like, yeah, sure, I know. I am the brains of the operation, Sly Cooper, of course. You know me. You know who it is. As I fall in the water and die. Oh man. You can't smoke bomb them? That's surprising. I know the position. I'll make it up as I go along. Yeah, that's how you do it. Really? Fucking really? Damn it. Motherfucker, get off. Here we are. Boop. That's the one. What's the closest? Fuck away from me. What's the closest? Up here. Oh, I didn't notice that there was a sheet of ice. Cool. And this one is not a gigantic attack death robot this time. So, cool. Man, I can't hear shit. I'll turn it up a little bit. If there's any, like, echo that you can notice, there's not a lot I can do. Oh, here's another place. Walking on power lines is so... I do that all the time. I'm glad there's a video game that really represents me and the way that I traverse terrain. Huh. Nope, you can't see shit, Doc. Yeet. There we go, there's another one. Perfect. Now we're getting somewhere. Where's the last one? And we place one right at the top of the bison head.
Nice work. The array's up and running.
Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. Alright. The only other thing to do is a Murray mission, which involves RC cars. Oh, yeah. I missed him. Let's get a nice big shit from you, pal. I fucking love Murray. Unfortunately, even the Murray is not strong enough to fight a bear. But that'd be pretty cool if he was. The who, what, where, when, and why. There it is. I just had to reorient myself a little bit. Can I hop up this way? I cannot. That was a bad idea. So what's the proper way of getting up there? Not even Murray, the hippo, can swim. I guess I would just walk this way? Walk this way? Maybe? How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? Oh, I see. There's a thing across the way. Okay. It becomes a little more difficult to navigate when you're not sly. I do love, by the way, that Murray is like, he's a he's a bruiser, right? Like he's got the muscle, he's got the power, and when he walks, he's still like so delicate. Look at him, like, no, stuck a child. I do not want to fight the bear. Enjoy bear. All right. There we go.
Combat since that job we pulled in Istanbul. It was awesome.
There you go. Oh shit. I have a real big problem with dropping the controller today. I have a real big problem with a lot of things. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Okay. So even though you're not supposed to get spotted by guards, here we are walking into the guard tower. Well, there we go.
That old moosehead should do the trick. Only there's no way for you to get up there. Hide out in this barrel while I send in Sly to steal the head.
Well, there you go. Aw, he fits so snug.
Sly, if you get the stuffed moosehead without being detected, Murray should be able to join the RC combat.
I love it, because, like, okay, Moosehead, understand. But, like, also, he's still pink. This disguise sucks. But hey, whatever works, you know? Nope, you didn't hear shit. Wow, that is a lot of bottles of maple syrup. Oh man, if only Savannah was here. Man, of course she would have to miss... Oh, wow. Take a little bit off the top, why don't you? Holy shit. Man, she has to miss the fucking second half of Canada, dude. Oh, I have no idea how I'm doing that. Oh, he's EP. Good. Man, if only a bunch of people were here. Honestly, it really is a lot less fun when you're just, like, streaming to 2 people, basically. Obviously, I love the shit out of you guys in Sawmill. But, you know, I'd rather just, like, fucking do a call. That's the thing, really, is, like, you like your stream regulars, but unfortunately, I really have not been super successful at building regulars. And I really don't think it's, like, anything to do with me. Oh, fighting with a guard fails the stealth job. Okay, I had no idea. This is it. Alright. You can't blame a guy for wanting to get into a fight. Fuck you, I'm stealing all your stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with me. It might be because of the time slot. I don't know. Maybe it is to do with me. Maybe people will, in fact, tune in at, like, 7 on a Sunday evening to watch PS2 games if I was cooler. I don't know. I'm not really, like, super down about it or anything because, I mean, frankly, you know, streams are just a little bit of fun, and I've been enjoying playing the games a whole lot. It's just something I think about, you know? It's like, oh, man. I expected to be able to do, like, a little bit better as far as the numbers game goes. Yeah, that's true. I am missing the Europeans. That's the thing, really, is, like, I'm sure I could, like, do... Oh, God. Ow! I'm sure I could do, like, a little bit better if I put it at a better time, but, like... I don't know what time that would be. Maybe if I would stream, like, midday, but then there's a point where you get to too early for the Americans. So, and I think the other thing that might hurt me is streaming only once a week. Because obviously people who, like, do streaming for a living, they're streaming, like, 3 or 4 days a week, if not every single day. So, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Like I said, I have been enjoying it just because, you know, it's always fun playing, like, PS2 and whatnot, and the streaming setup works great, and I enjoy it, but, yeah, man, it's definitely been something I've been thinking about. My plan... Always do 9 p.m. UK time, so that would be... That'd be right around dinner here. We eat dinner impossibly fucking early in this house. I don't know why. Every single other person I've ever known has eaten dinner at like 7 or 8 at night. And my mom has always been like, we eat at 4 p.m. sharp. Okay. Sure. So, but yeah, that's definitely, I think a good idea as far as, like, times specifically. Wow, I don't know how I didn't get seen there.
Heads up.
Dude, how did they not hear him? We were always 6 p.m.-ish. Why, hello, Pikachu. Sorry, excuse me. Hey, you, Pikachu. I should have phrased it like that. Oh, he's so bad at this disguise.
I ain't got a lot of money for this wager, but there's no way I'd lose to a new guy like you.
Alright, listen. Meese are not the smartest.
That drone takes some skill to control. Steer with the left analog and hold down the X button for gas. After you collect the ball and ammo, press the square button to fire its turret. Here's a pro tip. You can only aim the turret while you're stopped.
Gotcha. Noted, noted. Oh, shit. How the fuck are you supposed to hit anything? Oh, I'm upside down. Oh, rip. Man, this is the worst Twisted Metal game I've ever played. You know what's funny though? The tank feels like it controls like less bad than the fucking actual vehicles in the first Sly Cooper, which is really interesting to me. Something tells me that Sucker Punch did not remotely understand how to put together fucking vehicle control. Stop farting on me, asshole. You suck. No, apparently I suck. This might take a couple tries. That's okay. Okay, I have fallen at the first hurdle. So basically, the first rule of thumb is to just not get close to it. Because he can, like, fart on you. And that kind of sucks. Now he... now he gets farted on? What does that mean? Dude, I cannot hit the broad side of a barn. Jesus. Get the token! What's funny is that he's already down to half health. I really don't need to do a whole lot better. I just need to not take as much damage. Ooh.
Money, but I ain't got money. That might be okay. It all depends. Depends on what? On whether or not you know the location of the Northern Light Battery. Oh, well, I guess I owe ya.
He's like, okay, have to. Hello, Savannah. I'm glad to be your second favorite. Second best is okay.
After reading through the log shopping guide, it's become painfully clear that to win in the lumberjack games, we'll have to cheat. Now,
It's become painfully clear that all of us suck at being lumberjacks.
Which is more difficult than you'd think. First, Murray needs to lure a bear into taking out the local oil mains. Once destroyed, the pressurized oil should ignite and create updrafts, which Sly will then use to paraglide over to the Eagle's Nest, grab an egg, and then head back to the safe house. Thanks to
We do it
Murray's
every year up
undercover
here.
work at the
I was
RC
about to
Combat
say.
Club, we've learned that the Northern Light Battery is hidden in a silo nearby.
Giant death robot!
Battery needs some serious modification if we're going to hide inside it to sneak onto Arpeggio's blimp. First, we'll short the battery with grapple lines on local boats. Then, we'll all break into the lighthouse and sever the power flow to the battery. That way it won't recharge. Given my electrical engineering background, this plan has a 97% chance of success. Pretty good, huh?
Where did you get a picture of Sly being electrocuted? For that matter, Bentley is just casually like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna take a picture of my friend being brutally fucking injured. He always was a bit of a sexual sadist, wasn't he? I'm telling you, there's no honor among thieves. From Bentley's secret stash. Yep. Yeah, buddy, we're going there again. Alright. So we got a mission for each of the lads. That's cool. We're not doing it in too bad time either. We're less than 2 hours in, and we're getting close to the lumberjack games. I was expecting this to be like a fucking 3-hour stream, given how long it took me to start up. I've gotten pretty conscious of my intros though, because I know that there was one time where my intro was like 40 minutes long. I was like, oh shit, we're like an hour in and we haven't even gotten to the game yet.
The lighthouse is a conduit for collecting the northern lights. We need to shut it down, or the
If you,
silo battery will continue
hold
to
on,
build
sorry.
energy,
If you go into the
making
logging
it
factory where the safe is, it'll reset the level progress. I did not know this, and you'll have to do everything over again. Alright, chat. Would it be a good bit for me to go find the safe?
The front door is locked, and you're the only one capable of climbing up to the hatch on top. Once inside, sneak down to the ground floor and let us in. We'll help you finish the job.
All right, see you on the ground.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention to any of that, Bentley. Can you give me the cliff notes? There it is. So you have to get to the top of the lighthouse. So tired, so cold. Me too. We had such nice weather for 3 days. It was like fucking 70s. Dude, it was so nice. And now every single day, we're back to like mid-50s highs. I'm like, And of course, I immediately expect both the Canadian and the Welsh person to go, oh, that's comfortable. Nah, I want it fucking warmer already. And it's also been raining, too, which is extra shit.
Nice climbing, Sly. You made it up to the hatch.
Bursts of torrential rain. It was apparently raining in both areas. Phenomenal. Okay, what have we got here? Get to the bottom of the lighthouse and open the door. May 12th. Cabby, can you believe that in 5 days, maybe 6 days actually, I think I left on May 17th the last time, but it'll have been 1 year from the first time we saw each other. That's crazy, dude. I can't wait to go back. I don't know. On one hand, I don't feel like the burning, like, stop sliding, Sly, you asshole. You're gonna get us both caught. Motherfucker. I'm gonna fuck his deceased father. He keeps sliding. Got him. Ow! Well, so much for that. Like, I don't feel like the desperation anymore. Don't get me wrong. Slide, no sliding. What? Pickpocket them. I don't know why the pickpocket button wasn't fucking working, but anyway, like, there's not that, like, desperation anymore, but now I'm just sort of like, well, what the fuck do I do here? It really does not help that I have not been able to find a job for shit. My mom is getting highly annoyed. And not at me. I mean, I've been doing everything I'm supposed to. I don't think I was rejected from that job. I didn't mention this publicly, but I was actually trying to get back to my my previous job at a supermarket because I miss selling beer and wine. I was good at it. The job was fucking easy. People liked me there. Like I didn't mind it whatsoever. And then briefly they had a job opening on the website for that location, only to, like, you know, they send out that rejection, but the thing is that it wasn't like a rejection where they still had the position open. Yeah, no, the overqualification shit is, like, nuts. People are just, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to, I guess I just hop over it? Okay. I thought I had to, like, dodge the search beam, but no, I apparently just have to hop over it. Yeah, but the position, but my point was that the position opening on the website was closed after I had applied. So I don't think I got rejected so much as they just found someone else to do it, which was the same thing that happened at Best Buy. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Bentley's electrical engineering background, because of course he has that. But I was just at the top.
They should put an elevator in the place.
He said that too! Okay. So, what do they want me to do? Go flip the switch at the top of the elevator before it's to... Alright, well, I'm not fighting any of you motherfuckers. I got shit to do. I'm working on it, boyo. Shit. Ow. Alright, I might have to redo this one in a moment. Oh! Oh, bitch. First try. First try. You know me. Best in the game. First try. They keep electrocuting themselves. Ow. As I do too. Ah! First try. First try. Fuck you. That footage was doctored to frame me for using MAME. Okay. You know Bentley's snapping pictures. Bentley did this on purpose. He's like, yeah, Sly, why don't you climb to the top of this high voltage tower? I'm definitely not holding a camera in one hand and my cock in the other. Definitely not. Okay, I see how this works. I was like, where the fuck am I supposed to climb to? I see. It's not working too great. I must say, this climbing thing is not working out too great. Man. Man. This is why I stream. This is a disaster.
We can't keep this thing reversed forever.
Yeah, this is heavier than it looks.
Listen, he's a very He's a very bouncy boy. Okay. Jesus. So it turns out it's very, very difficult to dodge electricity. You will be very surprised to hear. Okay, so I don't actually need to climb for that long. I just need to climb high enough that I can get atop the thingy and then just do the spiral. That seems a lot less dangerous. I will say, though, Sly is, like, crazy resilient to electricity. Could you imagine the voltage going through this thing? I mean, Canada uses 120, right? There's probably, like, 3 times that going through this battery.
This is heavier than it looks.
Screw it. Hop the spiral, and then we'll just run to the top. Raccoons are actually partially made of rubber. Hence the bounciness. Hence the electrical resistance. There must be something wrong with my analog stick that he's just constantly moving to the left. He ate fruit gummy. Alright. Okay. Hit the switch. It's an issue with the game, I think, honestly.
The flushing mechanism is overloading.
Did you see that lean? Fucking wow. Wow, I've never actually seen that before. That is pro gamer strats. That's why you have a cane. Not like an old person cane, but like a cool cane that you can use to like whack shit and like lean on, and it's really cool. Alright, booby trap loot. Let's get it back to the safe house. Oh, by the way, Savannah, you missed it, but at the start of the stream, I was grinding, so that way I could get the slow-mo. What a fun thing to fuck around with. Again, I don't think I've ever actually used it in the game context. I was just like, wah. Bullet time. Very fun. So, there's some gadgets that we can buy. The hover pack, the reduction bomb, the berserker charge, guttural roar, which apparently terrifies your foes. I kind of need that one. So we have a button. We have a button to make Murray shit, and then we have a button to make Murray roar like a fucking hippo. And the Raging Inferno flop, which is just the upgraded version of the Thunder flop. The Thunder flop knows neither friend nor foe, only destruction. That's the quote. So I feel like we need to buy that one because that's fun. That's a good bit. Silent obliteration is nice too. You do this thing where you just like run really fast around like all of the enemies, and then you just disappear into a fucking tunnel in the ground and die. And it's like that's pretty based. I don't know how the fuck you did that, but that's pretty cool. Just like a real hippo. Yeah, there you go. Just like a real hippo. All right, we'll save some coinage for later. Let's do the Bentley challenge next. We haven't played a Bentley this episode. Bentley time. His little funny walk and his fucking crossbow. What happens if I shoot a dart at the bear? Exactly what I expected to happen. That bear is going ape shit. Look at him. I'm impatient. I could have planned this out better. Get wrecked. You're all a bunch of scrubs. Just get him. Let the bear eat him. I'm never stealthy. Listen, I'm not good at video games, okay? This is the thing I've noticed from playing way too much Gran Turismo 2 lately, is like, if I can brake, I can use the brake pedal in a game. I can't use it well though. That's not exactly a thing that like I'm good at. There we go. And of course, as soon as I walk into the Bentley head, they're all going to start ignoring me. That's the rules.
That's the silo with battery hidden inside. To prepare it for travel, we'll have to drain off its northern light energy.
Sorry, it's northern light energy.
To the top of the silo, we should be able to deplete power from the battery. Murray's in position to help throw you out onto the boat. Once on board, I'll hack into its steering controls and move the vessel close enough to fire its grappling hook. Okay, I'll climb on top of the silo and attach the hooks. How many grappling lines will it take to drain the battery? 3 should suffice. Once the first line is attached, Murray and I will commandeer another boat. You should stay in position. Finally, I get the easy gig.
I get the easy gig. It's like, you motherfuckers can do all the hard stuff for once. Ooh, it's time for my favorite.
I'm all set to throw you to the boat. These days, my aim is impeccable.
Where am I supposed to be thrown onto the boat?
Now to hack the steering.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, they're dropping bombs. That's nice little landmines. This is the only kind of game I'm good at. Ooh, I wasn't expecting him from behind. Which is, funnily enough, something that people say an awful lot with Bentley. just gonna do a nice little stirring to the pot. Gotta expect it from behind when you're dealing with the Cooper gang.
Nice work hacking the autopilot. The boat's heading into position. I'm already on top of the set. Shoot the grappling hook up to me, and I'll make sure it gets attached to the battery.
Oh man. Alright, so where am I supposed to shoot this? Right there. Nope, that was too loud. There we go.
The hook's in place. You guys should head up for another boat before anyone picks up what we're doing.
I have no clue what he just said. I'll just follow the marker. But what I love, by the way, is if what that feels like. What? Why can I not drop bombs? Did my circle button stop working? Oh, that's because fucking the bombs are triangle. Jesus. Listen, I'm not very smart. Alright. On to another boat. On to another hacking part. But what I was about to say was that the grappling hook bit feels like they developed that specifically for France, because they have the bit where you're supposed to, you know, use the hook on the peacock, or yeah, use the hook on the peacock sign. And they developed, you know, that whole thing, and then it didn't get used in any other part of the game. And they get to Canada and they're like, you know, this kind of sucks that we had like probably a good like 2 or 3 weeks of development time on this weird grappling hook mechanic, and then we only used it in one part of the game. Let's use it in another part of the game, and that's why they just randomly put it into Canada as well. That's just my guess. Yeah. That only happened in France too. So it's like a weird callback to like the last couple missions of France. You know what? This is getting fucking tedious. I'm just gonna rush through this tunnel because otherwise they're just gonna keep coming. And once you get up here, I mean, you can just basically ignore them. I am gonna kill the turret though. Because that's the thing. Once you're swirling around, they can't really hurt you. Because you're just dodging them and then focusing on the thing. You gotta expect them to keep, like the Cooper gang. They just keep coming. I think I know why no one watches these streams now. Come on, we are almost through the firewall. Let's go. All right, we are in position with the hook. I think you. All right, buddy boy. Yeah, I think you're right. Fuck. Oh, too far. Ah, too far. There we go. Maybe I should become a I'm already a PNG tuber. What the fuck are you talking about? He needs one more frame. What I need is color changing emotion frames, so that way autistic people know when I'm upset or when I'm excited. Angry Marf spray. You know the funny thing is that it wasn't this Marf, but she did draw that for me. I mean, she draws me a lot of things that are like.
I was wondering what happened to that guy. Guess he just prefers to be frozen.
Do we have a color for when you don't know what emotion you're feeling? But yeah, she drew like 4 different Marfs, and I've been using one of them as like icons on various websites. But she draws me stuff for like YouTube channel ideas and stuff all the time. So theoretically, I could in fact become a Marth PNG tuber, but I'm not. It wouldn't even really work for my setup because I'm not next to my keyboard. That sort of thing, you need to have the ability to press a button on your keyboard for the setup, you know. And you really don't put out a whole lot of firepower, which is kind of the annoying part. If you play Geometry Wars, you put out a fuck ton of firepower, which is really useful for trying to clear out a crowded hallway. In this, you kind of don't. I am going to take out the turrets, though. Yeah, exactly. Like, it would just be... Having the multiple emotions, it would be cute, don't get me wrong. It would just be a lot more work. And, I mean, I will say, though, that I am getting comparable numbers to him. If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's okay. You don't need to. But if you do know, just know that with no audience, or an audience that consists entirely of disaffected Guitar Hero 2 fans who don't tune into my streams as it is, I get comparable numbers to him with all of his supposed gigantic subscriber base. I find that to be quite delicious. Peak streaming is thing happens. Press the pause button and then react. Do 8-year-olds watch live streams? Maybe if they're like one of those YouTubers who can't stop fucking screaming. Maybe. I don't know. Also, Trish, that is a very good point. And actually, funny enough, speaking of Guitar Hero, you can get those kinds of pedals and hook them up to be able to activate star power. Because, of course, if you've ever played, Guitar Hero, you know that the main way you activate star power is by lifting your guitar up. But it's a little difficult to do that when you're also trying to hit a complex series of buttons. No, he didn't get that one. A little bit higher. There we go. So you can also press the select button, but obviously that means you have to take your hand off the strum bar. So instead, what people do is they map select to a foot switch, and then they use that to activate. So if you're ever watching like an Asai video or something, and he just seems to like activate star power with his mind, it's actually a foot pedal. So people do that sort of thing. Nope. No. Hold on, sorry. Hold on. I hate to inflict pain, but look at his look at his animation for when you fall in the water. He's like, no. He's trying so hard to not die. I do. I throw a tortoise in the Arctic Ocean and then laugh. He committed war crimes, okay? I'm justified. Hold on, wait. Alright, should we try the roar? We gotta try the roar. Let me get into a fight with the guard. Alright, roar time. Oh man, Gigantic Moose sees a gigantic pissed off hippo and just runs the other way. He's fucking pink. He doesn't pose much of a threat. He sounds like a spore creature.
If we're gonna get an eagle egg, you'll first have to destroy all the local oil mains.
It looks pretty sturdy. The Murray is strong, but this can't punch through metal.
No problem. See that old bear down there?
You want to piss it off.
The guards ignore him because he's blind and practically nerve dead, except for his sense of smell. If that old guy smells fish, there's no stopping him. Use Gristleface to take out the oil main.
I don't smell like fish. Do I? How can I lure him around?
Do I? It depends. When was the last time you showered?
You keep tossing bombs into the water, and fish should get blown sky high. Plenty should land near your position.
So you want So that old Grizzleface will knock him apart?
That's the idea. You might even try throwing fish at the guards. Might improve their odor.
That's funny. He quite literally is, in fact, bombing the shit out of the water and just making fish appear. Which is this is about as good as that time that if you've ever seen the Simpsons movie, Homer uses a bug zapper to catch all the fish. Sort of like that. Alright, Grizzleface, do your thing. That's the deal.
Throttle Grizzleface over to the next oil rig by luring him with fish.
Hold on, I should have used my new roar ability. This way, Grizzleface. This way. I'm gonna fucking throw it at a guard. Doink. Grizzleface fucking parties hard, okay? Which is pretty awesome. I'm jealous. And a man likes fish. I like fish. I'll eat some fucking seafood. Let's do it. Oh, man. Get lost, fucking bird. Get lost, fucking bird. He thought the guard's legs were fish, which is a common mistake to make. Okay, more fish, please. Thank you. Alright, this way. Where are you at, Grizzleface? Bird racism makes a return. Maybe it never left us. I don't think there's a way to get through here, unless I use the log. No! Yeah, I could just travel down this way. I'm looking for another oil main. There it is. Because the dirty little secret is that the fish are just going to appear next to anything. I need Grizzleface. 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 Oh, thank God. Grizzleface. You told me he was on the way. There he is. Get him, boy. That's 2 down. There he is. Come on, Grizzleface. Oh, wait. I can pick up the bear traps? That's badass. I'm about to fail this mission. That's okay. I had no idea I could pick up the bear traps. That's fucking awesome. Hey, more fish. Grizzleface. Over here. Alright, you ready? Steady, pumped. I didn't mean to actually hit the guard. That's okay. Alright. Hit it, boy. We got one left. Whoops. As I almost fall into the drink. There it is.
Moving towards your position.
Based. Get a nice good look at that delicious fish texture.
Grizzleface has caught the scent. He's coming.
Grizzle, grizzle, grizzle! I want to eat that fish. Ah, man, fish are good.
That bear can run pretty fast. He's on the way.
Sly is like trying to reassure me. He's like, but just in case you thought the bear forgot about you, no worries. He is coming, I promise. I mean, he does probably have to run across the map, so. Oh, there he is. Grizzle, grizzle, grizzle. Hit it. Fish are indeed some of the best food sources. That's why they're in the ocean, so that way you can't easily get to them. Because God was like, well, if I put fish where they can get to it, that's all they're going to eat. And then the economy will collapse. So I have to make them work for it. Are there any more Sly? One more Sly job. Ow! Bastard. Tartar, busting it down, salmon style, goated with the tartar sauce. Something like that. I don't know. Do I look like a streamer to you? Tartar sauce is not just mayonnaise. What the fuck? It's just mayonnaise and dill. Well, it's better than it being just mayonnaise. I can't imagine covering a fish in mayonnaise. I don't know. It has relish in it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know it was made of mayonnaise, but like there's other stuff in it too. Like that's some pretty weak ass mayonnaise if all you taste is the mayonnaise. Oh, sorry, that's pretty weak-ass tartar sauce. What the fuck is seafood sauce? She's so offended. She's, what the fuck is seafood sauce? Prawn crackers. Mayo is greater than or equal to tartar? Interesting. Alright, so I don't know. What do you want me to do in here? Anything? Everything is eggs. That's another top tier food source. Eggs. I don't read, nerd. So what he's saying... This is where I'm supposed to go, right? Oh, hold on. I had to climb to the very top. There we go. What he said is meant to be an arrow. See, that's the thing. To me, it either looks like equal to or greater than, or it looks like the thing that you use in object-oriented programming, which I don't do that shit. I don't swing that way, buddy.
In order to overcome Jean Bisson in the Lumberjack games, we'll need to enlist the help of the giant Canadian eagle.
Ooh.
Their nest is
Dude, his hat disappeared! Look at Sly's hat! It's gone!
then bring it safely back to the safe house.
What is going on with his hat?
Correct the eagle's protective instincts against Bisson.
Sure, sounds easy enough. Except for the part where I have to swim a mile through.
He don't need it.
Why swim when you can parachute?
Sly's doing hat tricks, but I'm...
Destroyed. A pent-up combustible materials have just caught
Honestly, I could believe that it's actually like his idle animation in the world that has caused his hat to become unparented from his head. I can believe that.
Get too close, and old Grizzleface will be eating barbecued raccoon for dinner.
I mean, image.
That's a charming image, Ballet. He's suffering from hypothermia and removing his cause. Ooh. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Ride thermals to the iceberg. Oh, okay, I remember. You paraglide. Wee. Up you go. Grizzleface will be barbecued raccoon for dinner. That is incredible. It must feel quite nice if you're like in the the most northern part of Canada to be like, oh yeah, now I'm suddenly in a gigantic, I don't know, hot smoke vacuum. I see. So I have to go that way. Carcinogens. Oh god, fucking eagles.
They don't look friendly.
Dodge. Slalom. Bird slalom. Ow. I was chancing to see how close I could get with the wings. Alright, time to do that again. Time to use another finger to hold down the R1 button because mine was starting to hurt. The barbecued raccoon thing. All right, this is how my mind works. It doesn't. The barbecued raccoon thing has got me thinking about. There was a time when The Onion was funny, and they made a video, and they had an entire channel where they were funny. You know, like what you would want out of a comedy outlet? Question mark. But they had a video. It was like from the Onion Prison channel, which is it's still on the Onion YouTube channel, but it was like a fake thing. But okay. Where it was talking about the price of a pack of cigarettes. Oh god, there's no eagles.
For those eagles, they don't look friendly.
But the price of a pack of cigarettes is eclipsed 2 hand jobs and a stick of beef jerky. Where are the eagles? Nope. Nope. What does that have to do with barbecued raccoon? Because I was thinking of raccoon beef jerky. Like raccoon jerky. I'm like, what would that taste like? I don't know what the fuck I just said, so please strike the last comment from the record. Probably pretty gamey, I can believe it. What I like too is that the Onion will come up with these fake characters to appear on their news programs, and I don't remember what his name. I don't remember what his name was, but there was like this like big. I don't know. He I couldn't tell his race, but it was this big dude, and he was talking about like I'm confident that the market will stabilize. I gotta protect my investment, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the fear, But what was funny was that there was a guy in the comments section of that video who had made his YouTube channel that guy, and he posted a comment in character. I love when people do that. Okay, maybe now I can actually hit it. Maybe.
Watch out for those eagles. They don't look friendly.
I'm not seeing any eagles, Bentley. Oh, no, sorry, it was a pack of cigarettes. I'm retarded. This isn't the iceberg. No way! Jesus. Speaking of retarded. Bro, you're going the wrong way. Savannah, you missed the part of the start of this stream where I said that an hour before I was violently losing fucking hydration in my body from food poisoning, okay? I've not had the most coherent night. Alright, let's actually... What did you eat? That's a good question. I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary. It was just like, it was fucking the bratwurst, some mac and cheese. I don't know. He's special needs now. He's special now? Now? What do you call the last 10 years of knowing him? Okay, now. I'm trying to look for the iceberg, so that way Savannah doesn't make fun of me again. Prison inflation is a bitch. There it is, I think. Yeah. That's why I wasn't seeing any eagles. Because they're that way. Dude, my finger is actually getting cold from holding down the R1 button and losing blood.
Watch out for those eagles. They don't look friendly.
Dodge. 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 There we go. The boing hooks. First try. Canadian eagle egg. First try.
Excellent job. And you can get that eagle egg back to the safe house. We'll be all set for the lumberjack games.
First try, vice grip. So that's what that is. Clamp emoji. Why is there a clamp? Why is there any kind of emoji? Like, they added all the ones that people used 10 years ago, and now they just have to add all the dumbest shit now. And yet there's still not a fucking guinea pig emoji. Like, there's no justice in the world. There's no peace. They had an entire bit about this in the Emoji Movie. I'm glad to know more details about the Emoji Movie. Whoops. I lost the egg. Please tell me I don't have to do the fucking soaring about the vents again. Thank God. Okay. I just like, oh, I want a burnt raccoon. That's all I know about the Emoji Movie. All right. Noted, noted, noted. I do feel looser on these streams than I did, you know, when I started doing them in 2018, 2019. I think I just don't give a shit anymore. You know? I figure I don't mean I don't give a shit like I'm apathetic. I mean like I'm not as clammed up, you know, kind of deal. Because I used to be super fucking uptight. It's important to have food poisoning on stream. Yes, very much so. That's my strategy. If any of you are wondering how to become like a successful streamer, because 4 people watching is absolutely success.
Great work, Sly.
Clam emoji, clam emoji, clam emoji. All right, time for what you came for. Lumberjack games.
The lumberjack games are upon us. Now, despite Murray's study of the log chopping guide, none of us are skilled to beat Jean Bassan at his own game. So, although it pains me to say it, we'll have to cheat. Murray,
We'll have to
you'll
cheat.
participate in the power
Damn,
log
you're telling me
chopping
that you
competition.
guys would steal
Let's look
victory?
score, and then let Bassan up for his turn. While he's chopping, I'll sneak the eagle egg into his trousers, and the protective parents shouldn't disturb his axe swing. Sly, given your ascension skills, I've signed you up for the ice wall climb. We'll keep Bassan from getting your score by pulling him off the wall with some nearby grappling lines. And finally, I'll represent our team in the log rolling competition. With my knowledge of rotational mechanics, we're sure to get a stupendous score.
There we go. That's exactly what he
I'll be
meant.
in charge of greasing Bassan's logs, so he has no chance of beating.
Oh my god, we're gonna be greasing his
If you
logs?
guys are
I don't know
ready,
about
I
that
say
one,
we
Bentley.
head out and show these meathead lumberjacks what we're made of.
Oh, I guess it is gonna be a 3-hour stream at this rate if we're just getting to the Lumberjack games.
We're all ready for the lumberjack games. But you should probably buy an alarm clock gadget first. You never know when you need one.
Really? I have to buy that? That's like the most annoying fucking gadget in the game. But sure thing, Bentley. Okay. So we started out as Bentley. Oh, Sly. Sly, I need you to grease my logs. Why? Why, God?
Okay, guys, let's head down there and win those talents from John Bisson. Try to keep a low profile when we get close. We don't want him to recognize you.
He doesn't even react.
Excuse me, sir. We humble lumberjacks would like to participate in your lumberjack game.
He's trying to make his voice deeper.
About what it takes to win the clockwork talent, eh?
How does he not notice that it's Sly Cooper?
Play, so long as you pay the entry fee.
But
Ah.
relax, partner. We'll just take our positions for the competition.
Enjoy the moment while you think you still got a chance. It's as
He's so macho.
as you'll ever get.
My man is so blah
Power chopping contest.
blah. That's my Bentley impression. Just blah.
Let 'em try.
Oh, I hate this shit. I hate games like this. This is why I'm not. This is why I don't play golf games.
Your technique's pathetic, big man. Where'd you learn to chop? From a buck?
They still gave me a good rating though. Fewer hits. Okay. Oh, we might be here all night. Ooh.
Watch and learn.
Okay. Well, I did that.
Without even breaking a sweat.
I just did that shit. Okay. First try.
Okay, Bentley, you're on. Plant the eagle egg on Basan, and the angry eagle parent should swoop in and throw off his axe timing.
Man. I remember how much of a gigantic pain in the ass this part was when I watched, what's his face? I watched, oh. I'm never gonna remember his name. He's the one with, like, the, fuck. Well, I see why he was having an issue. It was like a guy with like a sock puppet avatar, and he kept saying he did not say the N-word, but it was like that was the joke the whole time. He too made the Cooper Gang very evil people, but he had a hell of a fucking time with this, which, you know, understandably so, because this is tricky. Tricky. There we go. Hello? Tricky. Okay. Hit it. First try. Damn. Brutal.
You intended to give me perfect tens, right?
Yeah, of course.
So your pink friend knows how to handle an axe. Let's see how you handle a vertical wall boss.
Alright. Oh, fuck. Shocky. First try.
Performance you shouldn't have even bothered showing up.
What I find interesting is that it's not reloading the level between fails, which makes sense. It doesn't need to. But it makes for a very different experience than failing jobs. You know what I mean? God, this sounds exactly like Move Closer to Your World, which is the theme music of fucking WNEP.
Pretty good for a scrawny raccoon.
There we go.
Now, watch and learn as I demonstrate the art of power climbing.
Power climbing. Fucking macho, big muscle climbing.
You will need to hook it with all 3 lines to pull him off the wall.
Okay. Shit. Hit that fucking bison. Damn it. There's the one. Man. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to restart this. Does he not notice the grappling hooks?
Applause for that masterful display of climbing.
Okay. Go. Oh, fuck you. I hit that. Okay, that's 2. Oh, shit. Yes. Ow.
It seems you have pulled the wrong cards again. Did I ever who mistakenly gave me a score other than 10? I see we're tied with only one event to go. Unfortunately for you, I've saved my best event for the last. The spinning log competition.
Okay, looks easy enough. I just need to stay out of the water.
Oh god.
Enjoy your dip in them icy Canadian waters.
There's no real indicator of which ones are going to go under. You just kind of have to hope you got the right ones. I went to scratch my nose. Enjoy your stream with them icy Canadian internet speeds. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. This is not rocket surgery. We can do this. We are Canada maxing. We are so maple pilled right now. Fuck.
Dip in them icy Canadian waters.
That's my point, is that if you're on the right one and then you guess wrong, it's okay. We got this. We got this. I suck at video games, but we got this. Oh, you bitch.
Dip in them icy Canadian waters.
Oh, fucker.
You turtles aren't good at nothing.
He's making fun of me harder now. Wow. That's brutal. Turtle racism. I had the right log that time. Oh. Come on, halfway through. Fuck. Or dry stick shift. You'd sink immediately like a stone. I bet there's a pattern to this. Ooh, wow, I had the right one. Come on, we are so fucking close. Boom. First try.
Watch how a skilled log roller does it.
This is crazy. John Bisson's got those judges so intimidated, there's no way he can lose.
You're right, Murray. Those guys need to go. I'm just making this up on the
Bro got mislabeled.
What if I were to lure the judges one?
I'll have you know that that is very offensive. I'm not a turtle, I'm a tortoise.
And take their clothes.
have been restrained, we'll be able to don our disguises.
Log greasing
and
time,
their legs
winky
at the
face.
judges' table. Sly, you can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the judges and lure them into the cave.
That's a great plan, Sly, but you'll have to move fast. Once John Bisson finishes the log rolling event, the gig is up.
Got some outro music for you. Alright. Well, I didn't have an intro song. I might have an outro song. I need to map the alarm clock to a button. Okay, I see how this works now. Okay. Man, he really can't throw it that far. And now I'm going to lure it into that... What cave? This cave. I just want to restart. I mean, to be fair, would you show up for this competition when the odds are this stacked against you, even when you are cheating? Alright. Motherfucker. Okay, there's someone coming. Oh, this cave. They give you a lot of time, which is nice. Alright. We're going right back to the great disguises, boys. Let's do it. And then you just toss one into the whoops. Bentley suits that duck disguise. Okay, I've got this figured out now. You hop over here, throw the alarm clock. You hop back to shore, throw the alarm clock. I hate using the alarm clock, by the way. This is the worst gadget in the fucking game. Throw it into the cave, and then just run. Speedy. He does make a good duck. It's because he's green. It ain't easy being green. Alarm clock. Oh man, that's right. This is the age of fucking cheat codes. Dude, I have to wonder, what are the cheat codes for this game? Alarmed cock. That's what you get when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're spooked. Murray is unfortunately not as good of a duck. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Like the Cooper gang, he's coming.
What? I thought I warned you judges about the consequences for incorrect scores. Wait a second. You aren't the judges I hired. It's the scrawny raccoon and his annoying friends.
His annoying friends.
If you want the Talons, then why don't you just...
Doink. Wow, and they're all out. Damn. That's impressive that he managed to throw it hard enough to knock him out, but not hard enough to kill them.
Those Talons really pack a punch. Sly! Murray! Wake up!
Yeah, I'm awake, but not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Oh, where are we? What's going on?
This looks like the sawmill control room. Besides, thrown us in here for interrogation later. I, for one, would like to escape before he returns.
It looks pretty well sealed in here. Unless...
I mean, it's just wood. You telling me that Murray can't, like, bend the wood? You telling me that Bentley's bombs can't destroy wood?
I think I could squeeze through there. I'll drop down and try to free you guys from the outside. If there's any trouble, I'll call with this walkie-talkie. You might be able to...
What about your binoculars?
While you guys do that, I'll try prying open that...
I was about to say... The steel door! Dog! Wood!
Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Bentley. And remember to shout if I can help you from up here.
Bentley, you okay? I can't see you from in here, but I heard the fall.
I'll be fine. Just give me a moment to catch my breath.
There he is.
Well now, Candy Britches.
Candy britches? Is that a thing that they say in Canada?
Squirt through.
Well, I just dropped my glasses, had to come pick them up.
I ain't like you, boy. I ain't stupid.
I ain't stupid.
Just me and my boys paid a visit to your hideout. My all clockwork parts. Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio is willing to plump down a king's ransom for the whole lot. I even threw in the Talons.
You sold all the clockwork parts?
Gasp.
Arpeggio has them all?
I wouldn't expect one of your kind to understand finer points of commerce. You turtles are too
Actually, sir, I've been selling things on ThiefNet the entire game.
That's it. Time I showed you just how stupid we turtles really are.
See, he called himself a turtle.
My command.
I hear you.
I feel like he would call himself a tortoise.
Out and guard.
Okay, what? Get ready for a smushing.
Call out which lever I should pull.
Flames.
Huh?
Flame 'em.
There you go.
Flame them. Tortoises are turtles, but Bentley is like all about.
Flames.
He is all about like accuracy.
Flames. Flames.
Bentley likes being specific. Exactly.
Flames.
This is inaccurate to his character.
Boys, let's get this Harmon.
See, I'm just using the flames. I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to use any of the other ones.
Fire. Flames.
Triangle. Square. Yes, I understand the buttons, but like where they are in the context of the arena. Okay, so those are the thingies, and then those are the saw blades. I'm just gonna keep having him walk into the fire. That's the easiest thing.
Sizzling thistle.
On it.
Push all the buttons. One of them will hit John Bassan.
Sizzling thistle.
Be dynamite, turtle.
Ooh, time for bombs.
Cook 'em.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I too am an explosives expert.
Flames.
On it. All right.
Sizzling thistle.
Boys, let's get to killing.
Seriously, the flames are the easiest thing. This might be the easiest thing I've done this entire episode, is this boss fight. Because you just lead him over to the fire, he walks over the fire, and then you press the button and he gets lit on fire. Honestly, I'm glad. I needed this. Boom.
Tarnation. I've been done in by some four-eyed turtle. Times have changed.
Once again, brains triumph over brawn.
Damn. He did it.
Good job, little buddy. That was some fast thinking.
Don't forget about me.
Don't forget about, yeah, you,
Did a great job opening that door, Murray.
Thanks.
Attention, John Bisson. Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Okay, enough patting ourselves on the back. If we're going to get what we're
Murray
going to,
BTFO.
we need to get onto that blimp.
Damn, throwing
You
DCB
can make it.
under the
Enough
bus like
talk,
that.
Let's move.
Alright. Time to sneak aboard a blimp, boys. Let's do it.
Shake a leg. That blimp's on its way.
Nope, sorry, I don't got time to fight. Here, there you go. Go play with us. Why couldn't Bentley just use the trampoline? Mission accomplished.
As we shut ourselves into the Northern Light battery, it became black. For a few long minutes, we just sat there in darkness. No one dared to talk for fear that Jean Bisson's men might discover where we were hiding. Time seemed to have stopped. And then, we felt it. We were being lifted up to Arpeggio's blimp. It was all so strange. The focus of all our schemes had been stolen from us. Our clockwork parts were gone. Looking around the inside of the battery, I knew we all felt it. Failure. I was twitchy and ready for action. Any action. Bentley tried to make some sense of the situation by drawing up meaningless plans. But Murray took it the worst. He sat there sobbing while the team van floated away over the horizon. That van was his life.
Aw.
I knew I'd have to find a way to make up to him.
Any action? Alrighty. By the way, I forgot to mention this earlier on because I kicked the fucking thing out of the wall. But if you go back to the stream bot and you watch the opening cutscene of episode 7, it'll say Menace from the North, but if you actually look at it in game, it says Menace in the North. So someone didn't catch that. Just a fun little thing I noticed. Oh, my legs. Transition. Alright, folks. Nice long 3-hour stream. Oh, man. My entire body hurts from standing that long. That's okay, though. Like I said, I stand to do these streams because there's literally no comfortable way for me to sit with the way my PS2 and my TV are set up. Such as life happens. But yeah, we are very, very close to the end of Sly. So as far as the schedules for these streams go, we'll be finished next week. We have 2 wild card streams before I want to start Sly 3 in June. So obviously next, actually, yeah. So the 19th is when we finish Sly 2. So that'll be done on the 19th. And then the 26th is going to be all up in the air. I have no idea what's going to be going on. I've been personally playing through Gran Turismo 2, and I have a really fun idea for a stream involving it. So I'd like to play that on the 2nd, because that is the Sunday closest to my birthday. And I want to indulge myself a little bit and get back to, because playing PS1 games on an emulator is really where the stream started. I was playing, I'm not doing a Booba stream. All right, you guys got your Booba before, unless you find me a new thing to do a Booba stream. Famous fucking last words. But anyway, so yeah, I want to indulge myself because PS1 games were really, they started, the streams, because we did Pac-Man World, we did the Namco Museum stuff, we did what are some other classic streams? I know I did SimCity, but that wasn't on the PS1. Merito Hot Tub stream. If you can find me a hot tub, sure, I'll sit in it. Be like Nick Rekieta, I guess. Not that anybody should ever fucking want to be like Nick Rekieta, but anyway, it's okay. You can just use a kiddie pool. I don't have a kiddie pool either, so unfortunately, both of these ideas have fit. All of your ideas suck. I'm sorry. I love you guys. They suck though. But anyway, so 26 totally up in the air. The 2nd, that's when we're going to be playing Gran Turismo. And it's funny too. I have a whole garage full of cars that I've been accumulating because, of course, if you've never played through the simulation mode of GT2, or really any GT game, the whole point is that there's these like manufacturer races alongside the actual big races, and those are you buy into using a certain car. So it, if you have a Dodge Viper or you have a Nissan March, there's a race specifically for those, and they take a long time to get through, but it is a good way to like enjoy like a lot of the cars in the game. So I've been playing through that and accumulating just a garage full of crazy fucking cars. I think my favorite cars in the whole game have to be like the tiny ones that do like 70 horsepower. They're just like little beep beep machines. They are phenomenal. So I have a lot of those, and I have some nicer cars too. I have my Nissan Skyline Silhouette, which is the race car that I use in some of the more end game races. Just stuff that's like 500-600 horsepower, crazy shit like that. But we're playing that one on the 2nd. I have a fun twist on that one that I have planned, and then the 9th will be when we start Sly 3, and Sly 3 should take us into the middle of August. And then, I mean, you know what? I'm curious now. Let's look. All right. So estimate. Did I say the middle of August? I don't know about that. Because let's see. 2nd GT2. That assumes that Sly 2 would take these. So it would take us to the end of July. Okay. So it would be the end of July. And then that's August, September, October, November, December. 5 months of streams that are completely undecided. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what'll be going on for them. I do know that next year I'm going to be taking an off year for streaming. I want to do more group calls and I want to do more group games. Effectively, given that the group is the only one who watches these streams in the first place. It's like I said earlier, it's a little unfortunate, but it's just the fact of the matter. I am streaming at a weird time. I could stream some SpongeBob. I was playing through the movie game a little bit on GameCube. That would be fun to do some SpongeBob stuff. Yeah, I'm totally on board with it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to, when I get back to my game reviews on my site, I'm gonna have to cover Super Sponge. Super Sponge was a platformer. It was actually SpongeBob's first like proper console game. And it was for the PS1. I think there was a Game Boy Advance version as well. The PS1 version is so unfortunate because it just controls like hot garbage. It's fucking awful to play, and it doesn't look that great either because it's like this 3D style, but then everything is sprites, and it isn't like matched well whatsoever. And there's a pretty distinct point in the second world of the game, which is rock bottom, where you get a coral blower, and it sucks. You can't jump with it on, and unfortunately, or you can't jump very well with it on. You gain like literally like 200 pounds on top of SpongeBob, who already kind of has wonky jumping controls. So I would play that, because that would be fun, and I actually own a physical copy of it, and like I had it as a kid. But damn, nostalgia hits fucking hard. I mean, not that I particularly ever liked it, but like, it's a SpongeBob game, So I thought that would be a fun idea just to play through, and unfortunately, I found myself unable to make the first fucking jump with the coral blower consistently because of all of the extra inertia and heaviness that is attached to SpongeBob when he's wearing the coral blower, which you need to continue. And it's like, Jesus fucking, I swear I got further than that when I was a kid. I don't know how. There you go. Remember earlier when I talked about how sometimes there's shit that's like, we wonder how you did it as a kid? There you go. And it's another SpongeBob game, so there you go. It's the world's longest brick talking point, I suppose. But yeah, so we got the last, what did I say, 5 months? August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, 5 months of streams that I have no idea what I'm going to do. And we're going to cap it off, of course, with our now traditional annual Vib Ribbon Custom stream. So if you guys, it's Christmas in May, if you want to start thinking of some ideas. But that'll mark 1 year of doing these streams again. And it has been good, even separating it from the audience stuff. I feel a lot more comfortable doing it. I've been enjoying the games we've been playing. I've been enjoying using my actual PS2 for these, And I have the Wii, I have my GameCube, my Wii, which is a GameCube, that I can play games from there. So, options are wide open even outside of doing like emulator stuff. So I could totally do whatever, It's really all up to what you guys would want to see and what I would want to play. But that is where I'm going to leave it for tonight, because we have been going for, so it's just over 3 hours. I'm ready to relax, take it easy, probably do some more website stuff, and I will talk to you again next week. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.